It's time to push the limits of Hot Wheels hunting to the extreme and embark on a seemingly impossible quest to hunt down the holy trinity of Nissan 180SX. Join me as we speedrun our way through every box, shelf and peg that we can find in 12 of the best stores that sell Hot Wheels in my local area. I also have an absolutely amazing surprise unboxing for you guys at the end of this video. So buckle up and let's hit the road and find some awesome mainlines, premiums and hopefully a super treasure hunt too. The more Hot Wheels we can sort through, the more chances we have of finding what we're looking for, which is why we're starting here at this particular entertainer toy shop that I know has an absolutely huge pile of cars to dig through. Oh nice, right off the bat this has to be a very good sign that the luck is turned on for today's hunt, as I can't believe that I just found this ultra desirable Porsche Rally. Okay, let me roll up my non-existent sleeves and I'll show you guys exactly what was hiding amongst all of this. After around 15 minutes or so of sorting through every single car in stock today, here's 28 of the most awesome Hot Wheels that I found, and the majority of these will be coming home with me. I still can't get over how nice the Porsche 911 Rally looks in real life, and everyone must get themselves out hunting so that you guys can add one of these cars into your collection. These Zamac style Hot Wheels are absolutely amazing, and the Aston Martin DB4 GT looks incredible and is also a must pick up for sure. Two of the best JDM releases that are in store right now is this yellow Honda race car and the white version of the tuned RX-3. Here's another 4 beauties, but this time the black fair lady at the top here is actually from 2018. So I'm super surprised that I managed to find one of these buried amongst all of the cars here today. It's also super lucky to find not one, but 3 of the tuned Liberty Walk old school Skylines. And lastly, don't sleep on this super fast electric Tesla in blue. And it's always super lucky to find the white version of this Honda Civic. Before we leave, here's a very quick look at everything else that's in store today. And this is actually the very first time that I've ever seen the vintage racing club cars hung up in the UK. So if you missed out on this set, then get yourself down to your local entertainer, as I made a whole race and review video on my channel about this set, and all 5 cars are absolutely amazing. Next up, one of the more lesser known stores that sell Hot Wheels here in the UK is good old M&S. Not every store location has a toy section, which is why I think not a lot of collectors know to check here. Let's quickly go through all of the cars in stock today, because if you don't check, then you'll never know what you could have left behind. And as a BMW fanboy, I'm definitely super happy that I just found this yellow M3. Although, I am disappointed that Marks & Spencer's rip off UK collectors by charging £2.40 for just one car. This 90s white pickup truck is awesome, but what did I just see hidden behind this GMC? Did I actually just find the Ford Transit Flower Power regular silver logo treasure hunt out in the wild? That's so lucky, and if this van was hung up in store, then there has to be more epic cars hiding amongst the rest of these. And no way is finding this mainline even luckier than finding the treasure hunt, as you better believe that the majority of these super desirable Toyotas are only found on eBay. Oh no, I think we all know what happened here, and most collectors will call this attempted theft. But I think in reality, this car was most likely rescued by a parent who spotted this Ford in the hands of a very overexcited child. Okay, so after decisions were made, it's these 4 beauties that will be coming home with me, and onto the next store that I know sells a lot more Hot Wheels than this. Here's another fast and first moment for you, because wow, did we just hit an absolutely huge fresh restock for the 180SX Fast and Furious set, because just look at how many cars are struggling to hold on to the pegs. It's 100% true that the more you hunt, the more you'll find. So let me quickly grab all of the Nissans and find out just how many cases were actually hung up here. This looks absolutely insane, and 6 blue Nissans means that 3 cases were freshly stocked only a few moments ago. And oh man, am I super happy to be standing here right now. 2 premium 180s secured and coming home with me. Before we move on to store number 4, here's a super quick look at all of the mainline basic cars, and after digging through everything in stock today, here are the 9 best cars that I know every self-respecting Hot Wheels collector will 100% have in their collection. And, of course, it's always super lucky to find not 1, not 2, but 3 of these old-school Nissan Skylines. I've often found some of the most surprising premiums and mainlines left behind in this Asda supermarket, and on first glance it's impossible to ignore the pop culture Barbie Corvette. My daughter would very politely tell me that she would love to own this car, and although I'm a huge fan of the yellow Hot Wheels number 36 Team Transport release, Barbie cars are an easy skip for me, as I'd rather spend my money on much cooler boys' toys. Okay, the moment of truth. Did the Asda employees leave behind any 180 goodness on this shelf for me today? It looks like you could easily make a full set of all 5 cars for this Fast and Furious release in store today. Sadly, the premium Forza Aldi is missing, but in third place for this pop culture mix, this slammed Chevy van is looking pretty cool, dressed up in these Batman graphics. Nothing interesting to report from these track fleet models, and I'm looking forward to finding different and more newer releases than the 10 packs that you can see in stock right now. Before we leave, let me quickly go through the bottom of the barrel for this box. And the only 2 mainline basic cars worth putting in front of the camera are these 2. Moving on to store number 5 in today's video. Guys, I think we just hit the mother load, as there's no way that an employee tidied up the Hot Wheels this perfectly. And scanning through all of the cars on this Hot Wheels table, there does seem to be a few more harder to find pieces here right now. And I've just spotted another BMW M3 hung up and calling out to me. So I really hope that the luck continues as I brace myself to spend another good 20 minutes checking through all of these very neatly packed boxes, which I know have been clearly sorted through by the employee resellers. But let's hope that they left behind some nice cars for us to find today. Oh man, and as luck would have it, in the first box that I checked right here, I only had to move one other car before uncovering this mainline basic version for the Nissan 180X. So I'm definitely going to keep digging, and hopefully I can find another one, as ideally I want to find one to open and one to keep inside of its packaging. And after 25 minutes or so of digging through absolutely everything, this is what I found. There was seriously an absolute ton of newer cars hidden amongst all of this, and after decisions were made, here are the 12 best cars that I will be adding into my collection. Before we leave, I'll quickly check through these 2 boxes, and then let's take a quick look at all of the premium and silver label cars that are left in stock today. Of course, so many Porsche Safaris left behind as peg warmers for the Falcon Civic Speed Graphics set, although actually one of the top 3 in my opinion from this set has been left behind, as this Castrol livery Range Rover looks awesome, but also not £4.10 awesome, that's for sure. All of these other cars are also pretty much well-deserving peg warmers, and when Hot Wheels are hung up this perfectly just like this, you know that the staff here have the Hot Wheels firmly in their sights, and when a new delivery hits the stock room, you better believe that it's only the scraps that are left behind for all the other collectors that don't work in a toy shop. And well, what do we have here? There's no way that I can leave behind a chibi Godzilla Skyline, especially when it's on sale for just £7.20, which actually should be the standard retail price for one premium car sold here in the UK. I really wish that someone would let these staff members know that no one is rolling around in a Ferrari and living in a mansion because they resold a few Hot Wheels on eBay. Back in the second M&S for today's video, I did have to awkwardly and patiently wait for a mother and her son to thankfully choose a fantasy Hot Wheels before being able to film these cars for you guys. And I must say that they had me sweating for a moment there, because look at all the heavy hitters hung up right now. This is another first for me, as I've never seen the black Audi Quattro out in the wild before, and you better believe that this one will 100% be making its way over to the checkout, along with this Tony Breidinger GR86. Nice to see this Ford GT40 has managed to remain inside of its packaging this time, and oh wow, now we're talking. Another super hard to find and very desirable car right now is this teal version of the custom Honda Civic. That's pretty much everything worth showing you guys, so let's bounce and I'll show you what's in my local Aldi. All of my subscribers know that I actually found a 2024 B-Case Camaro Super treasure hunt out in the wild in an Aldi supermarket. And this box right here definitely looks like a fresh restock. So let's keep digging through this overflowing box of Hot Wheels and I'll show you the best of everything in stock right now. Oh no way, our second silver logo treasure hunt find today. Although I usually like my Hot Wheels to have 4 of them, I do enjoy collecting the treasure hunt bikes I like the look of. Next up, and box number 2 is looking in the same condition as the first box. Let me know in the comments if you think that it's very likely that an employee got to these boxes first after checking for any super treasure hunts. In this box, I just found the second Super Cup treasure hunt, along with this awesome yellow Zonda, the super cool McLaren P1, and lastly, here are the 4 Hot Wheels that will be coming home with me. Welcome to Smyths Toys number 2, and in just a moment I'll expose and explain to you guys exactly why I'm highly unlikely to ever find a super treasure hunt inside one of these stores here in the UK. It's always nice to find the BMW from Neon Speeders 3. However, I already have a few of these cars in my collection already, and after showing you guys what's hung up in store right now, it's actually this box that I just spotted up here on the top shelf that's caught my eye right now. So I'm going to grab a member of staff and we can find out together exactly what's inside. Super friendly and really nice guy working inside this toy shop, and we all know that if you don't ask, then you'll never know what you could have left behind. What you're witnessing right now is exactly what I'm talking about when I say that employee resellers open sealed cases inside the stockroom first and then neatly pack the scraps back inside the box like this to restock the pegs in the future. And I'd say that this goes on in well over 80 to 95% of all stores that sell Hot Wheels. And after pulling out everything repacked inside this box, here's the 5 best cars from what was left behind. At least I scored a treasure hunt, which is always a win, but also we all know that there are much nicer cars to find inside of a fresh 2024 L case. Next up, Home Bargains is another great place that you can check for Hot Wheels here in the UK. And oh man, now this 5-pack has caught my attention, as the Moon Eyes Mustang Funny car for this pack is looking so good with those old school 5-spoke chrome wheels. It's $7.99 for a 5-pack, which is reasonable and works out to about £1.60 per car. I'll definitely have to think about this one, as that Mustang does look super cool. Let's find out if there are any mainline basic cars worth taking home today, as I can see a lot of desirable Hot Wheels amongst all of these. Here's the best 4 from everything here today, and if I run into that 5-pack again in another store, then we can call it fate and I'll buy one. There's only 2 more stores to go until the surprise unboxing, after we first hit this Poundland, and I really wanted to include this particular visit, as this is definitely one of those moments when you make the effort to check a store that you know sells Hot Wheels, and then you only walk up to literally just 9 cars. But with this said, I can't believe that this silver logo treasure hunt has been left behind, and what even happened to this poor upside down DeLorean. After putting all of the Hot Wheels back neatly, I'll just go ahead and leave the upside down DeLorean out in front for another collector to find, and I'm going to take my treasure hunt bone shaker and get out of here. I'm super happy that I showed up to another Smyths Toys superstore this afternoon, as right off the bat I spy the Hot Wheels drag strip 5-pack, so RIP to my wallet, as fate has decided that this one will be coming home with me. Oh nice, I've just spotted another Fast and Furious 180, and speaking of Fast and Furious, it looks like the new silver label cars are now in stock for the first time too. I can already tell you guys that the yellow Skyline will be missing here today, but that's okay because I have a full set of all 5 cars on pre-order with an online retailer. I'll still grab an extra Porsche GT3 Cup, and one of the newer castings for 2024, which is this 350Z Custom. And I'm not sure if you guys can see this clearly on camera, but this one does have a super cool silver graphic printed onto the side of the car, which you'll have to check out for yourself in real life. And yes, this one has a really nice black gloss metal base. I know a lot of collectors are put off by the price point for the 143 cars, but just super quickly, for everyone who's curious to see, here's the orange Corvette, the big brother for the number 54 Boulevard Mercedes, and lastly, my favourite from this set, and one that could easily convince some Porsche fans to get into these cars, the 143 scale 911 GT3. Let's also quickly dig through all of the main lines whilst we're here, and I'll show you guys what's worth picking up. I know a lot of collectors will have these three cars in their collections already, and you know where this is going, and I'm going to leave the Bugatti and the Magnus Walker Porsche behind for another collector, and that means these four products right here are all of the cars that will be added into my collection. Welcome to the final store in today's video, and straight away it looks like the Nissan 180 luck continues as I catch another fresh restock and find the premium version of this beautiful JDM masterpiece that won't be warming these shelves for very long. I know that all of my fellow US collectors enjoy these flame graphic 5-packs, but for real, these trucks warm the shelves here in the UK. It also looks like a fresh case of mainlines was emptied into this box recently, so I'll get busy with this one and let you know if anything tasty hides within. So here are the best 3 Hot Wheels to show you guys, and all of my subscribers know that it wouldn't be a Custom Collects Hot Wheels hunting video without finding the regular treasure hunt Ain't Fair bus, which follows me absolutely everywhere I go. And just for fun, here's an honourable showcase for these 3 awesome Hot Wheels too. I'm just grabbing the green Ford today and then heading home, as I know a very special package is due to be delivered at my house very soon. This unboxing goes out to all of the awesome people watching right now. You guys are legends, and hold on to your hats as I'm not messing about here. When you pay the eBay tax for a super treasure hunt, there's no time to waste, as we need to get this car outside of this box and into my hands immediately. Take a guess right now at how much I had to pay for this one, and I'll throw some currency conversions on screen for you guys in just a moment. Oh man, so totally worth it. My biggest piece of advice for all Hot Wheels collectors is just buy the supers you love, because honestly, don't live your life in hope, because the fact is that the majority of all super treasure hunts live on eBay, and unless you work inside of a toy shop or inside a supermarket, that's just the way it is. I know that in the future, I will find another one of these awesome mainline basic versions for the Nissan 180 SX. So opening this car right now is cool with me. And whilst we're here, let's set the premium model free from its packaging as well, so that we can see all 3 cars hanging out together. I actually only had to pay £30 for this loose super treasure hunt. And at the end of the day, I'm double happy to be adding this Spectra Flame version into my collection to complete the holy trinity of 180SX. Let me know in the comments which Hot Wheels variant of this Nissan is your favourite. And last but not least, let me show you exactly which cars made it home with me today and precisely how much I had to pay for everything. The total cost for these 56 Hot Wheels, including 3 very nice premium and 5 silver logo treasure hunts, set me back £118.98, which then averages out to just £2.12 per item. That's all I've got for you guys today. Smash subscribe, share this video with a fellow collector, and drop me a like on your way out, as doing all of these things costs you absolutely nothing and helps me out infinitely. Take it easy, everyone. Appreciate each and every one of you for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and stay lucky, fellow diecast collector.